A number of people are out of their apartments after a fire in the Riverside area of town this morning. First Coast News anchor Jeff Vallon is live at Francis Court saying the building actually had no sprinklers or even a central alarm system. Jeff, tell us about this.
Well, that's right, Anthony. And when some neighbors said they heard explosions without those alarms, they did exactly what you don't want to do in a fire. Some also say they were misled about the condition of their apartments after it was all over.
Is it livable?
No, we're gonna have to take her.
Meghan Baldwin was stunned when she entered her mother's apartment at Francis Court about noon Wednesday. They'd gotten the all clear hours after a fire about 6 a.m.
We did the briefing a little while ago. They said that it was 4 units in this building right behind me.
She was told everything was all right. Does this look all right to you? She also has this unplanned window into the adjoining apartment next door where the fire happened.
They broke open the ceilings and then the back wall. So her back wall right there is now open to the adjacent building. So there's foam and dust and water, and it's pretty bad.
She's not alone.
There isn't much damage except my door was kicked in. Not really sure why.
Fortunately, there were no major injuries.
By the time we got there, no residents required us to go and actively save them from being impeded by the fire.
But another problem is no sprinklers or central alarm system in the building, only smoke alarm.
Actually, I thought it was a domestic dispute outside. I thought someone was firing a weapon. I didn't know there was a fire until I popped my head out.
Something that would drive most people to lock up and stay inside. Exactly the opposite of what to do in a fire.
I didn't, get the instinct to go outside because I didn't assume that it was a fire. I didn't hear any alarms or my smoke detector wasn't going off.
A point of potentially deadly confusion in a century-old building not subject to modern code.
There's no retro requirement for sprinklers in residential apartments at this time.
But the fire department says there is one silver lining to go with the age of this old gray building.
The age of the structure means that it withstood the fire better than some of the newer construction actually would, given the same body of fire.
The only injuries reported were minor first-degree burns to one resident. Most of the damage was to the apartment where the fire started. Some say possibly by an artist who was working with flammable materials. Now, 3 other units at least sustained damage. Red Cross just told me 5 and possibly 6 people will need help with other places to live for the time being. The marshal says that it appears to be an accidental fire. Live in Jacksonville, Jeff Vallon, First Coast News on your side.